Poets for the Planet began one day when I decided not to turn the page in the newspaper. I thought, I have to do something. What can I do? I put a call out on Facebook and there was an absolutely overwhelming response.
I was already quite involved with climate activism, really having been involved in activism around refugees and then understanding how actually the climate change and the climate crisis was impacting on the refugee crisis. But I really felt that as a poet, there was more that I could do.
Poetry is a thing that people turn to in times of grief, in times of challenge. Poetry has an incredible power to be able to reach out to people with different voices.
So Poets for the Planet was born. We had a meeting soon after that, about 16 people came. We made a mission statement.
Part of what we want to do is to bring people together from all walks of life and from across the globe.
Our idea is to use poetry as activism, to go to demonstrations, to set up events, to make happenings, to join in with poetry festivals, really anything that where the word can really help to spread the word about the terrible state that our planet is in.
And one of the things that we're seeing at the moment is people shutting down because the scale of the crisis is so overwhelming. They're actually coining this phrase climate anxiety now for that feeling of overwhelming panic. And what poetry can do really effectively is to reconnect people with their feelings. And if people connect with their feelings about the crisis, then I think they can be motivated to do something about it.
Words are very powerful things, and poetry particularly, because it uses so few words in such a powerful way, can really help to change people's minds. The devils and the lunatics are loose. Bear your children, keep them close for now. Weave a cocoon of hair and skin, a silver song to grow them in. Raise them naked as the angels, sweet and safe, but mix their milk with grit. Fold them in love and give them ear and tongue, that they might parley with anyone. Teach them courage, how to rise and focus, muscle them like little boxers. Wait for it. Those fists and minds will soon turn quicker than your own, will read this world, will try to cuff or kiss it, will ask you, how to fix it. Shrug, then spin this orb, this creaking prize, spread out the maps, the changing lines, throw up your wrinkled hands, unveil the wreck you've left them. The fires, the slow black, the cleft and spill. Confess, this bruised world, blue and plundered, now it belongs to you.
This is an opportunity for people from all walks of life to show their solidarity with the youth climate strikers.
We might do that through getting a lot more poets involved, but we also hope that we'll do that through getting a lot more readers and a lot more listeners.
As a society, we need to face up to some really hard truths. Poetry as part of the arts is really essential to help people to actually envision what needs to change and how they can change, and to start to paint themselves into a different life.
And it does feel like a tipping point.
This is a problem that is happening now, and I can't keep turning the page of the newspaper when I read about the fires in the Amazon, or when I read about the droughts in Africa, or when I read about the floods in Somerset. You know, these are very, very real and immediate problems.
And it's also an opportunity to write, to soak up that atmosphere, to get inspired and to think about what your individual contribution to the canon of our time might be.